What's up, guys? So, listen, if you're new here or you've known me for years, there's something you should probably know about how I ended up in AI. Because I know you've been listening to me talk about AI, whereas before I was talking about hospitality. But I'm pretty sure this is a story that you're not gonna expect, or you'd expect it. I don't know, whatever. I didn't get into AI because I thought it was going to change the world. I didn't see like some huge technology revolution coming and decided I needed to jump on the bandwagon. I got into AI because I didn't want to be on camera. Like, seriously. I had spent years in hospitality doing customer service work and training, and where I was completely comfortable with teaching people, leading people, and helping them like get better at what they did in person. But when I became an entrepreneur and started looking at everybody online, something changed. I didn't feel comfortable. Like, I suddenly felt like I had to be perfect before anybody would take me seriously. My videos had to look perfect, and the branding had to be perfect. I had to look right, sound right, have the right background, all the right lighting, everything. And I did like a million takes, and then I never posted anything because it wasn't right. And so the funny part is, though, I had spent years teaching people, right, that how you make someone feel matters more than perfection. And then I got online and I completely forgot my own advice. So when I discovered AI avatars, I thought I had found the perfect loophole, literally. So when I discovered that I could do that, I could still teach, I could still create, I could do training, I could still bring some value. I just didn't have to be on camera. It was only my voice. So honestly, I thought that was the win. But here's where the story went in a completely different direction, okay? The more I learned about AI, the more I realized that the most interesting thing about it wasn't what it could replace. It was what it could take off of people's plates, because it was taking things off of my plate. And I I just figured, wow, I could actually help people with this, I believe. So, because AI could handle the repetitive questions and support my training, it could help me create follow up and emails and collect information, all of that stuff um, that really started to pile up for me. And I'm sure probably does for everybody else, and they feel overwhelmed. That got my attention because I had spent years watching exactly that happen in hospitality, right? But at the same time, I started noticing something else as I got further into it. There were things AI was never going to be great at. And it can give someone information, but it can't always tell what the person is feeling, if they're nervous or excited or sad. And it can follow a process, but it doesn't replace judgment. And it can respond quickly, but responding quickly and making someone feel genuinely cared for are not always the same thing, right? And that's when the whole thing flipped for me. um, Everybody was talking about how AI was going to replace people, and I started thinking, what if we're looking at this backwards? So what if the real opportunity is using AI to handle the repetitive pieces, so people have more capacity to like actually be human when they're trying to perform their job? So the more time to listen, the more time to solve problems, the more time to build relationships, more time to take care of the customer standing in front of them, right? And have that person to person interaction and be um, fully in front of them and listening to what they're saying. So that's when I realized I didn't need to leave hospitality behind to work with AI. I could bring hospitality into the AI world. And weirdly enough, the technology I originally found because I was trying to hide ended up pushing me toward the thing I was trying to hide in the first place, me. And listen, I'm still social media shy. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I suddenly wake up every morning and I'm dying to turn on a camera. Like, for the most part, I literally have to put on hype music, dance around my wherever I'm at, my kitchen, my dining room, outside, whatever the case may be. I have to get myself pumped up and then hit record, because then I can like talk myself out of not being on in front of the camera, okay? But listen, I'm doing it. So because I have things that I've learned that I think I can genuinely help people with. I have a story I want to share. And after spending way too much time trying to look perfect, before I showed up, I think I'd rather just show up as myself and just be me, because I believe that there's people out there that are actually going to feel connected to what I'm saying, because there's no way that I can be the only person out there in this whole big world feeling like I have to be perfect behind the camera and nobody's going to accept me and the value that I bring because of the way I sound or the way I look. So I did some hype dancing before I jumped on camera, and here we are. So here's some proof.